afternoon, everyone. A very good afternoon from India to the speaker also, and good afternoon to everyone, all the participants. This is the 6th webinar organized by Empeda on various markets. Today we have a speaker on Vietnam market, and thank you all the exporters for joining this webinar. We will start it now. May I request our respected chairman, Sri K.S. Srinivas IAS, Chairman Marine Products Export Development Authority, to say a few words as introductory remarks. Sir, please.
Thank you, Anil, and good afternoon and good morning, everyone, and especially to Dr. Madan Mohan Sethi from Ho Chi Minh City, Consul General of India in Vietnam, and the Deputy General Secretary, Ms. Tho Chi Tuong Lan of Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers. I understand she is going to give a PowerPoint presentation to all the participants. So I'm very happy to be present amongst you today, and then start this introductory remarks. You know, this is everybody is following, everybody is suffering with COVID-19 these days, and all the normal things have become abnormal, and new normals are being defined. So similarly, in the case of seafood also, new normal situations are being defined, and we are also geared up. We are also Indian seafood sector is also fully geared up to meet these demands of the new normal situation. I would like to start with a small presentation. We have a video. I'm sure that video will be self-explanatory. Whatever I may talk about half an hour, but that 3-minute video will be much more explanatory to you and to all the Vietnamese exporters and also our Indian people. So I request our people to play this video for 3 minutes.
There was a time when normal meant normal. Now, we have a new normal, one that keeps us and our produce safe, one that assures our buyers and their customers that only the best reaches them day in and day out. We ensure that every step of our producer's journey is done right so that you are assured of the finest, safest marine products in the world. From thermal screening and protective wear for personnel to area-specific protocols and regular disinfection, the Marine Products Export Development Authority under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, ensures that all our stakeholders throughout the supply chain follow safety and hygiene protocols prescribed by the various regulatory bodies around the world to ensure the safety and quality of the products. Let's start with the product sourcing. The safe produce now moves on to processing. Now let's move on to the ports where the product is shipped safely. We ensure that the product that reaches you is safe and healthy.
we have put in place a series of measures to ensure that all safety protocols are followed at every stage. From training to stringent monitoring, we leave no stone unturned in effectively implementing hygiene and safety standards by working closely with the industry.
The new normal is our normal.
So that was a film about the COVID protocols that are being implemented by seafood industry in India. Because everybody is concerned these days about the COVID-19 and whether the seafood that is coming to their countries is safe or healthy or hygienic. So we wanted to clarify these doubts by saying that we have come out with COVID-19 guidelines, and we are ensuring that all our processing plants are following these guidelines, and then there is a check by our authorities, our officers. They go and inspect all the processing plants, and then they ensure these protocols are followed so that the end product that is coming out of the the processing plants are free from any viruses and all that. So with this idea only, we have generated this video recently, and I thought it will be shown to you so that whatever doubts the Vietnamese is having about the health issues about the Indian products coming from India. So I think that they are all clarified. So with that idea only, we have come out with this, and I'm very happy to say that this delegation is the first delegation to be shown this video, because this is the 6th in our series, but in the past 5 we have not shown this. It was, but this is the first time we are showing, and we will be passing this to all the missions throughout the world, and then we will ask them to project it appropriately. And we are also going to do a social media campaigning in the next 2 months to drive this point that Indian seafood is safe and hygienic and healthy. So that is the idea behind this, and I'm very happy that we have come out with a COVID-19 guidelines long back, about 3-4 months back itself. These guidelines have come out in the form of a booklet, and this booklet has been given to all the processing plants, not only the processing plants but also the harbors, the farms, all in the entire value chain. We have submitted this, and then we are ensuring that these are all implemented. So it gives me pleasure that we are having this webinar, and through video conferencing, because video conferencing is the new normal again. So I don't want to take much of your time, whereas Vietnam, we look forward to Vietnam for many things, because Vietnam is one of our major customers, especially for dried fish and also the shrimps and cephalopods. And we also know that Vietnam is one of the leaders in value-added product exports, whereas India is just about 6%. If you look at the value-added product export, we are only doing 6% of our entire exports. But Vietnam is, I think it is more than 25%. So we would like to learn from Vietnam's experience. We would like to get some expertise, somebody from Vietnam to come to India and also to train our employees, train our processing plants, so that more and more value-added products can be exported to all parts of the world. So I look forward to a cooperation between VA, SEFP, WASAP, and also we have a similar organization here. It's called SEI, Seafood Exporters Association of India. So I'm sure there can be tie-up, there can be cooperation between these two agencies, between the Vietnam agency and also the Indian agency. I'll be very happy to play a mediating role between the two organizations, and together I'm sure we can do wonders. With these words, I again welcome the Consul General of India, Dr. Madan Mohan Sethi, and the Deputy General Secretary, Ms. Thoti Chong Lan. Sorry, please pardon me if my pronunciation is wrong. And also welcome all the participants. I think around 88 people have already joined I could see from the screen 88 people have joined. If you remove some of the officials, then at least 80 people are there who are interested in Vietnamese market. So I'm sure this will be very, very useful. And now, once again, I welcome everybody and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the kind words, sir. May I request now His Excellency Dr. Madan Mohan Sethi, Consul General of India in Ho Chi Minh City, to say a few words. Sethi, sir.
Good afternoon, colleagues, and respected Sir Srinivas sir, and Deputy General Secretary from BASEF. First of all, I must extend my thanks to MPDA for agreeing to organize this webinar. Even it is a very short one, I think, because last time we had done a program with Indian Chamber of Commerce, which was more than 4 hours webinar. But this short event also is going to help us in a big way, because as sir told very clearly, we have to also learn some good things from the Vietnamese side, who are going for very good value addition to their products. So I just want to tell you, this is our 5th webinar, which we are doing in the. This is the 5th webinar, I think, in a series of webinars we have planned. Almost 30 webinars we have planned by end of December. Mostly we have taken the help of the export promotion councils just to bring them in contact with their counterparts from Vietnam side, so that at least the time should not be lost actually to wait for the normalization happen. So it is a good way to start it. And today, what I understand, I think it is the Vietnamese side who will be speaking the most actually about their expertise, their experience, and how they are taking the market in a bigger way. And although we are competitors, but frankly, on political scene, I must tell you, India and Vietnam are the best friends actually. One country in Southeast Asia, Vietnam and India. We have gone for strategic partnership. My Prime Minister, he has lots of affection and lots of respect for the Vietnamese people. Perhaps it is the first time when my Prime Minister talked to the Vietnamese Prime Minister during the COVID crisis. So just 2 lines more, our relationship is not only restricted to trade and commerce, definitely. We are also trying to have more and more cooperation with Vietnam in almost all advanced areas, including defense and science and aerospace also. And as a Consul General, being based in Ho Chi Minh City, there is a kind of expectation from Delhi that we must strengthen our linkage, strengthen our trade and investment linkage with the Vietnamese side. I'm sure this is the first step which we are taking, at least in this marine product sector. And what sir told also, once the situation will become normalized, I'll take a lead actually. I will also talk with BASEF whether it will be able for them to send some exports to India to give some kind of expertise to our Indian exporters. So I just don't want to take any more time. So I again thanks MPDA and thanks BASEF for their cooperation with the consulate to organize this webinar today. Thank you. Thanks all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the kind words. In fact, we are thankful for your enthusiastic support for organizing this webinar. Without your support, we could not have organized this seminar, sir. And now, may I now request the speaker, Ms. Chothi Thuong Lan, Deputy General Secretary, to ask us to start the presentation. Madam, please.
Good afternoon.
Would you like to share the presentation now, or after saying few words, you want to start?
You please, can you share my
Yeah,
presentation?
we will share. We will share the presentation. Thank you.
Firstly, on behalf of BASEF, I would like to send the warmest greetings from Vietnam to our Indian friends, and thanks the Consul General of India, Ho Chi Minh City, to invite us to join the online meeting today. So, as your request about updated seafood from Vietnam, I would like to have the presentation. Give me the slide, please. Thành như bên đó họ điều chỉnh, mình không có chỉnh slide. We already sent you the content of the presentation, so I will begin with the introduction about our organization. We have the full name is Association of Seafood Exporter and Producer, and shortly called VASEP. We are a non-governmental organization established in 1998 based on the principle of volunteer autonomy and equality. Currently, our members are 259 members, including 169 regular members and 90 associated members. As you may know, that in Vietnam we have around 1,000 seafood enterprises involved in the trading, involved in the seafood trading, but our member focus on the processor, exporter, and exporter. That's the reason why VASEP members occupy for 80% of the total fishery export value from Vietnam. So here our mission, you can read here, but we determine the two goals to support for our member. The first is we legitimate representing for the anti-seafood sector in dialogue and communicates with Vietnam government and global or regional organization. The second is we are made the effort of we're making the effort about policy advocacy to the government to help the member have the stable and healthy environment for seafood, for the seafood business in Vietnam and in the world. So I talk about the seafood trade in Vietnam. As you may know, that the fishery industry in Vietnam is one of the most dynamic sector in Vietnam economy. Annually, the seafood sector contributed around 8 to 9 billion USD for the income, for the country income from exporting the agricultural products. And you can see the development through the year. This is one of the, I think, the very remarkable development in the last 2 decades. And you can see the average growth of around 50% per year since 1995 until now. And since 2017, our export value reached 8 billion USD until last year. And here you can see the leading export markets of Vietnam last year until now. Our 4 biggest markets, including the US, Europe 27, China, and Japan. You can see more detail in the next slide. And here is our key products. You can see the shrimp is always take the higher portion in value of the key product for Vietnam. The second is Pangasius, The next is tuna, mollusk, and marine fish. The two biggest commodity for Vietnam, shrimp and pangasius, come from aquaculture, come from the farmed products. And this is the key product. This year, you can see maybe the same line last year, but the portion of shrimp is a little bit bigger. It's much bigger. It's account for 45% compared with 37% last year. And here is our main imported market. From the beginning of this year, under the bad impact from the pandemic, most of the main markets have reduced significantly. You can see only a few markets have positive growth, like the US market, Canada, and I think it's the slightly drop is the Korea and Japan. So I think this is the first time in the last 5 years we dropped around 4% until now in value of fishery export from Vietnam. We're talking about the shrimp. As you can see, the total value of shrimp exports have increased 10% in the last 9 months. US is only the market growing despite the COVID-19 impact, with 33 higher than the same period of last year. Japan was slightly down, and China began recovering since July, and EU started buying again since August. Because of the lockdown in the most exporting country, so we can see a big drop of consumption in the food service, like hotel, restaurant, catering. But fortunately, the retail segment still open and getting better growth toward the end of the year. Moreover, the stable growth of some other markets like UK, Canada, Australia also contribute to the growth in the shrimp export value. About the pangasius, I think it's very interesting to see the value drop of this commodity in this year. This is the first time in our history of products that the big drop of this year, nearly 30% drop compared with the previous year, and most of the country dropped. Our biggest is China. From the first quarter of this year, was in lockdown, impact a lot for the whole world market. The next is about the tuna. According to our statistic of September, Vietnam tuna exporting to main markets achieved positive growth, and tuna exporting to the US, EU, and Japan has been recovered since August. However, the downtrend during the last 6 months have made the total value of tuna dropped 12%. Canned tuna is the only category which has grown up to 22% in comparison to the last period of last year, whereas exported fresh and frozen tuna of Vietnam dropped 30%. We see the positive signal about tuna from Vietnam to the Europe after the Europe and Vietnam free trade agreement became effective since the 1st of August 2020, which bring the good opportunity for Vietnam tuna exporting to this market. And here is the exporting to India. I know that it's a very small value for seafood export from Vietnam to India, but I want to show you some statistics for you to imagine about the exporting to India from Vietnam. And you can see in the table for the statistics from the Vietnam custom. And here is the important seafood situation from the world to Vietnam. Vietnam is currently importing seafood from 100 sources from all over the world with a value of 1.8 billion USD per year. The top 10 biggest suppliers for Vietnam: Norway, India, China, Japan, Indonesia, Taiwan, the US, Russia, Korea, and Chile. To meet the shortage of materials to process for exporting to the world, especially the tuna, shrimp, Vietnam is import tuna from many sources with a value of 349 million USD in 2018. This value of import seafood we use almost for material export to the world market. Only around 20% consumed for domestic market. And here is the seafood import from India. You can see the shrimp is the biggest commodity we import from your country. The next is tuna. And I think there are a little bit different between your statistic and our statistic that we collect from Vietnam Custom. And I see compare with the other years, the trend of the decrease import the seafood from India. And here is some predictions. I think it's very hard to make any prediction when the pandemic still happen complicatedly from country to country in the world. But one thing we can be sure that the trend of the decreased consumption in the food service. Besides, we also see the retail segment keep to be the key trend, to be the key channel in purchasing when people prefer cooking at home, reduce eating out, and it's especially the high demand for the end of the year. Fortunately, Vietnam has not spent in the long term for lockdown. In the first peak of the pandemic, we only apply the social distancing from the end of March to the middle of April. That's the reason why there are no disruption in production chain in Vietnam. So the processing plants still operated during that time until now. But under the impact of the pandemic, we see a lot of challenges for the small and medium enterprises and the farmer. That's about the limited finance. They are struggling with the finance to invest for the next year. and to maintain the airport activities until now, from now to next year. So we have some prediction on the slide, as you can see, and we think that our export value in this year could be down 4% compared with 2019. That we can reach around 8.2 to 8.3 billion USD. I want to stop my presentation here, and I hope you have some questions if you want to ask me something that unclear in the presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Thoti Thuanglan. I hope I have pronounced your name correctly.
Yeah, you can call me Lam. My
Lam.
Lam.
Okay, that's much more easier. You can call me Anil. So both are Lam. Thank you. And thank you for a very crisp and clear presentation. Thank you very much. And we will have now receive questions from the participants. Now we are getting some questions already. Let me ask you with the first question. The first question is about tuna. What are the major products which are exported, tuna products, which are exported to USA?
I will check the information exactly so I can tell you later. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And the next question is about the processing units in seafood processing units in Vietnam. What is the percentage of capacity utilization? How many percentage of the seafood processing capacity is utilized? Average figure will be helpful.
You mean the seafood capacity?
Yes, exactly. Roughly, what will be your capacity utilization, if you know? Otherwise, no problem. We will go to the next question.
If you regard to the seafood capacity in Vietnam, you mean the whole country?
Yes, please.
Yeah, it's around 3 million tons per year.
3 million tons. Okay, so is that 3 million tons capacity fully utilized, or 50% or 60% like that?
I think that is the design capacity.
Okay. What is the actual utilized capacity?
Yeah, and it's up to the season. For example, with the tuna and marine products, we can produce full capacity.
Okay.
The same situation with Pangasius sector, but the shrimp is different. It must depend on the season.
Okay, thank you. Right. The next question is from one of the participants. See, many processing units are not updated in the Vietnam Authority website. Do you know the reason? Many processing units from India are not updated in the Vietnam Authority website. Do you know what is the reason for that?
Tại sao Việt Nam không có update những cái công ty lên cái website của chính phủ?
Em coi cái loại cá ngừ xuất vào Mỹ á, Các người chị nghĩ nó là yellowfin mà không biết là chính xác hay không. You mean which website you mentioned too?
See, Vietnam authority has to approve the processing units allowed to import to Vietnam, right? So one of the participant have asked why some of the units are not approved yet.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure of the reason. Yeah,
No.
I'm not sure the reason. So if you would like to know about the reason, you can send me the email. You can send me the email, so I will find the right person who can answer your questions.
Okay, good.
But if you ask me about our website, the BASF website, I think I can answer you right now.
All right, no problem. See, the next question is about dry fish market in Vietnam. What is the opportunity for dry fish in Vietnam?
For your products, for your dry fish products,
Dry fish
product in Vietnam.
Yeah.
If you think for the domestic, I really don't know what kind of dry fish product from you exactly. We I think we consume a lot of dry fish, but suitable with the Vietnamese taste.
Okay, can you tell us what are the products which are popular in Vietnam?
Fish, dry marine fish, but not much salty.
Okay.
Yeah, but our favorite products, I think, from your country is the marine products.
Okay. And I'm very surprised to see in your presentation that your export of mollusk is about 1.2 billion. Yeah.
Mollusk, yeah.
$1.2 billion.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what are the types of mollusk, major types of mollusk you export?
I think the highest portion is clam.
Okay, clam. Okay.
Yeah, we have the region to raise clam in the Mekong Delta and certify the MSC.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. Which market it goes? Clam. MSC certified clams.
Yes, MSC certified for the region of Ben Tre.
Yeah. Which market? Which country you are exporting mostly?
The European market, mainly for European markets.
Mainly for European market. Very good. Thank you. And I saw that the topmost importing country to Vietnam is Norway. After Norway comes India.
Yeah.
So, which are the products you import from Norway? Major products.
Norway, mainly we import the salmon.
Okay.
And the cold water shrimp for the restaurant channels.
Okay. Do you consume it in Vietnam or you re-export?
Vietnam. We mainly consume for Vietnam market from Norway, and we see the increased trend of import seafood, not only Norway but also from Canada, from the US. For example, oyster from Canada or lobster from the US. For the high segment in Vietnam, like the restaurant channel, as I told you. And we use a small portion of salmon for production of value-added product export to the other country.
Okay.
Like we combine the salmon and shrimp or the bangasus, for example.
Okay, so what you're saying is you import mainly salmon and cold water shrimp to Vietnam, and cold water shrimp, some of it goes to local market in Vietnam. And salmon also is consumed in Vietnam, right?
I don't know why Vietnam loves salmon.
That's good. That's good.
There's no policy here. Miss Tweed and our translator.
I eat salmon once a week. My family.
That's very nice. Which are the other major imported seafood to Vietnam, which is consumed locally, like salmon? Any other fish from other countries? You said Canada also importing to Vietnam. So which are the products consumed in Vietnam? Imported products.
Tuna is the very high value product that
Tuna.
we eat. Yeah, tuna of the world.
Okay.
Tuna we don't assume for domestic market, but we use for processing and export to the world. So if you ask me about the import, what kind of products import must consume in Vietnam? That's actually is tuna, but not for domestic market. And some other products like snail.
Sorry?
Snail.
Oh, snail. Okay.
Yeah.
Sea snail. Okay.
Snail from India. You think so? I heard that some sort that we can import snail from India for domestic consumption because Vietnam likes snail. I don't know what kind of snail we can import from your country.
Please let us know which are the varieties you require, and we will get back to you what we can supply. No issue. And the next question is on salted jellyfish market in Vietnam. Can you tell us about salted jellyfish market in Vietnam?
Jellyfish market. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I really don't know. You know that we are the Association of Exporter and Producer, and we mainly focus for exporting market. We don't have enough the statistics and the research for the domestic trend to tell you more information about the domestic consumption. But as I know the habit. I know the habit of Vietnam seafood consumption. I can tell you that jellyfish is not one of the favorite product for Vietnamese.
Okay, jellyfish is not a favorite product of Vietnam. Understand. See, there is one question asked by one Mr. Aditya. He is asking whether WASSUP can collaborate with Empeda in buyer-seller meet. Now, I can answer that question. We are planning for a buyer-seller meet in collaboration with Vietnam through our embassy in Vietnam. We are already doing that. So that question I have answered. Definitely, WASSUP will be helping us to identify the buyers. Would you like to add anything, Madam Lan?
It's our pleasure. Yeah, I think it's our pleasure to have the more cooperation with Empeda. By the way, I returned your first question about tuna to the US.
Okay. Oh, very good. Yeah.
Because I'm not sure, so I can check. And I can answer you that the yellowfin tuna and the canned tuna.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Canned tuna and
yellowfin tuna.
And yellowfin tuna. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Right. And another question is on crab. crab and sea bass, Asian sea bass, and marl fish. That is a freshwater fish. So, is there any market for these three species? Crabs, that is mud crab, then Asian sea bass, and the freshwater marl fish. Do you have any idea about this?
The last one, the freshwater fish, but I'm not familiar with the name of.
Okay, no
Yeah.
problem. Yeah, you can tell about other fish, other two.
Yeah, because I really don't know that kind of fish, the freshwater fish. So I cannot imagine the taste or what they look like for that fish. But about the crab and sea bass, we are farmed in Vietnam a lot of sea bass for domestic market and some for export.
Okay.
And crab is one of the most favorite
Okay.
species in Vietnam.
But already you have your own production there, right? Local
Yes,
production.
yes, we have, but not enough for the demand. But it's not enough for the demand.
Oh, okay. So you have a short supply.
Yeah,
there.
we like the soft shell crab, you know.
Oh, yeah. Soft
Yeah.
shell crab, yes. Okay.
Cái con dạng mà nó
Okay. And the next question. Next question is about the demand for shrimp. So the question is, can we expect a good demand for raw block frozen shrimp in Vietnam? The demand for raw block frozen shrimp.
the raw block of shrimp.
Yeah.
You mean, yeah.
Any demand? What is your expectation for Vietnam this year? Whether there will be good demand for block frozen shrimp?
Yeah. I think, as you know, that Vietnam import shrimp from India in the last few years. Depend on the enterprises. I think some enterprises, some exporter for the U.S. market and for European market, they will limit import the shrimp from your country because of the traceability and because the tariff that we have the benefit from the free trade agreement since August. So I think it depends on the market that the shrimp exporter enter. Another thing is the farming situation in Vietnam this year. Is quite good, and we expect the quantity of the shrimp in this year a little bit higher than last year. So it's around 800,000 tons for this year. And another thing is about the inventories, because the prey from some important market. So some companies they have more inventories in their factory. So I just see the trend that I told you, and I don't know exactly because it depends on the business of our members.
Okay. So what you is, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but so I think the shrimp imports will be lower from next year from last year, you can see the downtrend. And this year, a little bit down because of some reason I just mentioned.
Okay.
But yeah, it's very depend on the situation of the shrimp exporter, which market they export to.
Okay.
But as you know that, and I heard from you that you enhance the quality of shrimp from the farming to the processing plant. So any shrimp we import, we also hope that we have the good quality and the good quality in the raw material of shrimp, raw shrimp for the processing plants.
Okay. So what you are saying is that the shrimp import is expected to come down in Vietnam because of the expected high inventory with the processing units, as well as the production is expected to cross 800,000 tons. Thank you. That's a very good answer. And next question is about approval for Vietnam, import to Vietnam. See, an exporter from India has to get approval for import to Vietnam from NAFQUAD, NAFQAD. That is the name of the agency there. So the question is, how long it will take to get the approval for importing to Vietnam?
You mean that one Indian company want to import to Vietnam?
Yes.
How long?
Yes.
How long
Correct.
for them?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. It's very about the procedures. I think it don't take long time. It don't take long time for an Indian company want to export to Vietnam.
Approximately how many days, how many weeks, roughly?
Maybe a month, maybe 2 weeks. Yeah, it's very depend on the situation.
Okay, roughly 1 month, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
I think that your colleagues from the China consulate will have you to clear about the procedures.
Yeah, yeah. That's fine. Thank you. Now, the question is about shrimp again. Vietnam used to have a very good organic shrimp project. Long time ago, I remember. Organic shrimp production was very fastly developing in Vietnam. Can you give us the current status of organic shrimp production in Vietnam?
Because the geographical conditions in Vietnam, especially in the Mekong Delta, give us the favorable for organic shrimp, like the mangrove forest, like the shrimp in the rice fields. So you can see that some company, but I think not many company, just some company, they want to raise the brand name for the organic products for the higher segment in Europe, in the U.S. markets, for example, especially in the Europe market. The quantity, I think, is not. We don't have the specific quantity of organic shrimp, but I know some enterprises, they try to get the certifications from the
Okay. I understand.
Organic.
What is the demand? Is it very good demand for organic shrimp or moderate demand?
Very,
Very-
yeah.
Is it
I
very,
think-
very good demand there for organic shrimp from
I
Vietnam?
catch your questions. Yeah.
My question is
I-
there very good demand? Yeah.
Trying to explain you. I think it's the kind to view your pregnant. And if you mention about the high demand, I think the good quality shrimp will high demand in the very near future. It's maybe at the moment and in the near future, especially after the pandemic. Not only organic shrimp, because organic shrimp is more quantity, but I think here is the high quality shrimp.
Okay. How is your export of shrimp to Vietnam? Are you exporting shrimp to Vietnam? Exporting shrimp to China, not Vietnam. From Vietnam, are you exporting shrimp to China?
Yeah. Yes.
And are you facing any rejections from China due to white spot viruses?
Not yet. Yeah.
Not yet. Okay, thank you. Then again, a lot of questions on the shrimp. Another participant is asking, what is the percentage of black tiger shrimp in your shrimp exports?
About I just have the value of monodon is about 18% compared with the Vietnamese.
18%, 18. Oh, okay. Approximately 20%. Now we have one question on chitin, chitosan, glucosamine products. You know, the chitin and chitosan and glucosamine produced from the shells of the shrimp. So what is the market for these products in Vietnam? Do you have any market?
Glucosamine consumption for Vietnam market.
Yes, correct.
It's very potential. Yeah. Không nghe được. Mất tiếng. Em có nghe không?
Vẫn nghe bình thường.
Em ông nói đến cái glucosamine như nào chị không nghe tới. Ông nói gì tiếp?
Mất tiếng. Sorry sir, please turn on.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah, the question is about would you be able to share the details of buyers of glucosamine and tuna in Vietnam? That is one of the questions from the participants.
Em biết là nhưng mà là glucosamine tuna là cái gì? Không nói cái gì.
Glucosamine với tuna trong thị trường Việt Nam.
As I understand your question, is you want to know about the potential of glucosamine for Vietnam market, right?
Correct. That was the first question. Yeah. And the second question was, do you have the list of buyers for glucosamine products?
Oh, very hard question for us.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. About the glucosamine demand, I think is potential for Vietnam market because we import a lot of medicine, include glucosamine for people. especially for the old age people.
Okay, thank you.
We import from many countries in the world.
Oh, many countries in the
And,
world.
I think that as MP there, we organize the annual exhibition for seafood every year.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Okay, good. And there is one question about export of Pangasius. You are exporting to many countries, but you are not exporting too much to Japan. How is your export to Japan, Pangasius?
Pangasius in Japan, yes. Japanese don't like the smell of fish. You know, Japanese not familiar with this kind of fish. But we just export a small quantity to test the market. And I think it's not very successful for Pangasius at this market.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Because of the taste.
Taste, okay. And another thing is about how are you controlling this antibiotic issue in shrimp products for export from Vietnam? Because we have issues with European countries about export of detection of antibiotic residue. So how are you controlling the antibiotic residue issue from Vietnam exports?
Yeah. It's either very, I think it's either very strict process for the shrimp collection from the farm gate to the processing plants. And every factory, they spend a lot of money to control antibiotic residues in the farm and at the processing plants. They spent a lot of money, 2 years, to build the system. So from the farm gate to the middleman, because in Vietnam we still have the middleman to collect the shrimp from the small farms and then to the processing plant. So how to control for the whole system? We have to build through the years to control. So I think that the processor have to cooperate with the farmers. That's what we are doing now, and often organize the training for them, and tell them the demand of the market and the demand of the market and the requirement from the market. And the strict regulation about antibiotic use in the farms.
Very good. What is the system used by the exporters to control the antibiotics when they purchase shrimp from the farmers?
Usually the enterprises, they had a contract with the farmer, with the shrimp farmers. And they can give the finance, and in return, they give the finance and some inputs for the shrimp farms, like the medicine, like the feed, something like that. And in return, the farmer will sell their shrimp for the enterprises.
Okay, the exporters or the...
I think it's very hard. One of our challenges is to regulate, to manage the middleman. the middleman, the middle shrimp caught.
Correct.
So the trend here is the enterprises. They want to direct invest their own farms, and they have the collective farmers to provide the raw shrimp for the factories. That's the way we are doing now. And the other thing is the participation of the government, of the local government, in control the input for the shrimp farm is very, very important.
Very good. So basically what you are saying is there is a close cooperation between exporter and the farmer, and exporter invest in farms so that they can have a direct relationship with farmer and exporter.
Yeah.
And do the exporters do any testing of the farm produce before they purchase?
Yeah, of course. That's cost them a lot.
Oh, okay. Do they test it with screening test like ELISA test, or they use more expensive equipment to test the shrimp?
Especially the shrimp test. If they know is that the origin of where the shrimp come from, they can use the normal test. But if they inspect, they have any doubt around the shrimp patch, so they will use many tests. But for the expensive test on the
LCMS.
on the have in the big enterprises. With the medium enterprises, they cannot afford to equip that kind of inspection.
Okay, good. Thank you. I think we have a lot of questions. I think I have selected representative questions and asked you, and I think we are almost to the end of the program. I request all the participants to give your valuable feedback, and please participate in the polls also. Now, before I conclude, one more question to you, Madam Lan. Suppose we want to organize a virtual buyer-seller meet for specific categories like tuna or glucosamine or fish. Would it be, what is your suggestion? Would it be possible?
Because if we organize the B2B meeting like that, I will check with our members. Because I hope that we will have an effective meeting. If I say yes now, that without the research from our member, I'm not very sure. But I will ask for their opinion before to come back to you with the answers.
Definitely. That's not a problem at all. I can understand. You need to check with your members. No problem. We will keep on communicating with you so that we can collaborate further. And it was very, very wonderful to have your presentation. Now, I will not continue much. I would request my colleague, Dr. Jibin, whom you can see on the screen, to say the last word, the vote of thanks. Dr. Jibin, please. Which, by the time he's ready, I will ask one more question because so many questions are coming. Which size of shrimp is more in demand in Vietnam? Is it big size or small size shrimp which has got good demand for import to Vietnam?
For Vietnam consumption, you mean for Vietnam consumption?
Both Vietnam consumption as well as for processing, value addition, and export.
I think for the medium size.
Medium size, okay. And why do you find the Indian shrimp so attractive for your processing, value addition, and export? Why you find Indian shrimp more attractive? Because India is your second largest supplier after Norway of all the seafoods.
Because the value of shrimp is very high, you know. So of course you are ranking number 2 after. Oh, I think you are number 1. Wrong. You are number 1 import of our imports.
That means our shrimps are very good quality for doing value addition to produce many value-added products. That's a good compliment. Thank you. And which are the major products which you do value addition, value-added products from shrimp you develop in Vietnam?
Yeah.
Major types of value-added products from shrimp in Vietnam.
Yeah, that's the trend, and we are aiming to produce more and more value-added products.
Okay, which are the major types of value-added shrimp products you produce in Vietnam?
It's up to the market. It's up to the market demand. Yeah, we produce for individual market. So depend on the market, but we are often cooperate with the partner at the specific market to develop the value-added product. Yeah, we don't create any added product by our themselves without market research.
Okay. Good. Thank you. So I think our Dr. Jibin can come in now. Jibin, can you come in now?
Are you able to hear me now? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear. Dr. Jibin, please.
Yeah, that was one of the, this was the 6th webinar we have organized as a part of this EMPEDA webinar series. So today we had with us the expert from Vietnam. So it was indeed very interesting presentation from Madam. So I would like to propose this gratitude to the for this program. First of all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our chairman, Sri Krayas Srinivas, IAS, who always guide us properly and always encourage to conduct more and more virtual programs in this difficult situation. So we are into it, and thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And secondly, I would like to thank His Excellency Dr. Madan Mohan Sethi, Consul General of India, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. With his association only, we could able to organize this program in a very successful manner. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much for this kind association. So I would like to express my thanks to our Joint Director, Sri Anil Kumar. He moderated well this program, especially the question answer session. So my great thanks goes to Madam Toti Tong Lang, Deputy General Secretary, WASEP, for this valuable presentation, giving more important insights and information about the Vietnam seafood industry, as well as the prospects available for Indian exporters for improving our exports to Vietnam. So I express my all thanks to the participating exporters. Almost 101 exporters have participated in this program. So I express my sincere thanks to all the exporters and participants who continues supporting EMPEDA in all our webinars. And Thank you, all the participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you very much. We will be keeping in touch. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Thank you all the exporters for their for your support. We will be organizing more programs in future also. Please come and participate. Thank you and namaste.